What's up everybody, welcome to A Young Fire. My name is Dumi WMJ and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. A Young Fire is a channel for young people like you and myself who are on fire for God, people who are passionate about purpose and of course enthusiastic about life and the future. If you believe you're one of those people, do ensure that you hit the subscribe button quite quickly, and hit the bell as well so that you never get to miss out on a video that we post on this channel. If you are a returning subscriber, you're part of the Fire Fam, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love. I appreciate the comments, the likes. Give this video a thumbs up, comment in the section below, send it to your friends. Like, let's do the most. Let's keep spreading the fire. Today we're talking about something that I know we are all going to enjoy. It's a topic that is really spoken about a lot in the age that we're living in the century we're living in the time we're living in. So it is only right that we get to hoy that subject here on A Young Fire and get to talk about it from the Christian perspective. So without wasting any further time, let us get into today's video. So in today's video, we are carrying on the series that we had already started on careers. We were talking about careers, and in the last video, we spoke about how to succeed in corporate South Africa. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to succeed in the entrepreneurial spaces. I didn't know what to call it. You never really know what to call this ever-evolving, ever-changing landscape. So I will stick with how to become a successful entrepreneur in 2020 as Mzalwane. That's a catchy title. I think it's catchy enough. So today we're just going to be talking about a couple of things that I believe that us as young Christian people should start focusing on, things that we should pay attention to, especially if we want to be successful and to chart some courses in the entrepreneurship spaces, and of course build a legacy and an empire for our kids, our kids, our children, and their children, and their children, and their children. Guys, I always have to sing that song when I get to think about stuff like that, because I just yeah, you guys know how I feel about that song. Anyway, one thing that's really important, guys, about entrepreneurship that we should always acknowledge is that not everybody is meant for this space. So let's save them the late nights, let's save them the hustle and bustle, let's save them the running around, let's save them the little headache of having to do what entrepreneurs do. Because with entrepreneurship, you need to learn that it's not like a 9-to-5. It stretches you beyond like a normal corporate job would, because it gives you responsibilities. Sometimes you find that one person would be doing jobs of 5 to 6 people, because in that space, when you're an entrepreneur, everything is your responsibility. Everything about that organization, everything about that company is your responsibility. Yes, here and there you can be a little bit clever and look for people to help you. In this day and age, we're getting a bit more agile about our activities, so you can get freelancers and get people to help you to do the things that you need to do. But at the end of the day, the responsibility lies on you. So if you get anybody or get a service provider to do something for you, at the end of the day, it's your business, it's your name, and it's your reputation that you need to protect. So you need to always ensure that you have the energy for that, and not everybody does. So be honest with yourself from the get-go and know if you are an entrepreneur or not. And this always brings up the question, is everybody an entrepreneur, and what if you're not? I'm the kind of person who was taught entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship was not really in my blood. Yes, I have good people skills, and I'm a very charismatic person. I can speak to people easily, and I can get a conversation flowing, but I was not a good entrepreneur. I could not sell stuff. I didn't have the patience to start a conversation that would ultimately convert into a sale. So me building rapport, showing the value proposition of the product, and ending up in the sale and ensuring that I deliver on the product, it's something that I've had to learn over the years. And I honestly believe that if you're motivated enough and have the desire to learn, anybody can become an entrepreneur, but it is something that you have to resolute in your mind and go after it if you really want to. First of all, when you are starting a business or when you want to start a business, ensure that you have clearly looked for the need and are willing to meet it. And when I say willing to meet it, I mean if you have identified a need, your service or your business needs to clearly meet it and cover it so that you can be in business and you can be profitable, right? That's the first thing. The second thing about it is that you need to have a clear value proposition. Clear value proposition, know exactly what you are bringing to the market, especially if you are going to be another one of a service provider that already exists. To be frank and be honest, there's no business idea that is unique to you. Everybody has, like the market now, the idea that you are thinking about, somebody else has thought about it as well, and somebody else might want to do it. But your value proposition would be in the way you want to execute this idea, or the way you want to provide the service or sell this product, or however you would like to do it. And your value proposition would be solely tied, very closely tied to your business model. So you would need to draw this thing out, understand who are the partners that you're going to have, what are the things that you're going to need to ensure that you provide the service, and to make sure that you do it well and that your value proposition is crystallized, right? The third thing that I honestly feel that all Christians and all young people who want to start a business should do is for you to register the business formally. You know, in South Africa, registering a business is not really that difficult. I will leave a link in the comment section on how you can register your business, the sites that you can go to. It is one of the most simplest things that you can do. It's inexpensive, and you just go onto the site, you register your business, you formalize it. If it's a partnership, if it's a closed corporation, if it's a PTY Ltd, you do the right thing. Register it so that you can make sure that the business that you're running is legit. You know, you are able to take advantage of the different schemes, funds, and the loans that government has set up for us as young people, as well as other bodies that exist in that space that want to help you as a young person. Do the necessary research that you need to ensure that you can inform, and you go into this space well informed, knowing exactly what your deliverables need to be, what are the things that you need to be successful in that industry and in that space. A lot of times we see that in South Africa, most industries are regulated. You know, there are bodies that are regulating the financial industry, the beverage industry, the food and beverage industry rather. There are different industries that regulate. Ensure that you understand what the regulations are, so that when you go into a business and you start a business, you are already you know what is required of you, what are the compliance and the regulations that you need to adhere to make sure that your business is successful, and that there's no backlash once your business is already up and running that will set you back in terms of regulations that you were meant to adhere to, that you probably never adhered to because you didn't know in the beginning. So ensure that you do enough research and you have the information and you have the know-how about that specific industry that you want to go into. Be good at what you do. If you have crystallized your value proposition and you know exactly how you are meeting the need, then you put in the effort. A lot of times you find that people have good business ideas, you know, and I found myself in this rut a lot, where I have a good business idea, I've got a good plan, I know exactly what I need to do, when I need to do it, and sometimes even how I need to do it. But often I end up not implementing because I don't have time, because sometimes I just feel like, I need somebody else. And this is where you find people who you can outsource to do this service or to do this part of the job. But you also need to ensure that you put in the effort. Put in the effort to get the work done. Build a good reputation. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I have seen growing up, and even right now, a lot of business people who are Christians don't want to do business with other Christians, because they always feel like this person is not going to give me what I want. They're not going to give me what I'm looking for, and even if they do, they are probably going to be late. They're probably going to do a shabby job, and they will expect me to understand because we are both Christians. And this is what I don't like. I personally feel that that kind of work etiquette is horrible, and we shouldn't condone such. As children of God, we are people of excellence. You know, the Bible lets us know about David, who had an excellent spirit. So those are the kind of things that we want to be characterized with. Those are the kind of things that we want to be characterized with. You know, there are words that should be synonymous with our service offerings, that should be synonymous with who and what we are. You know, excellence is not just something that we need to speak about. It's something that we need to live, and it's something that we need to do. You know, we need to walk in excellence, and we need to learn how to do things excellently. And most of the time, I have seen that doing things excellently means that you start early. So in everything that you do, try as much as possible to maximize your time. Use your time wisely. When you're thinking about an idea, start putting it into action. Start looking for the right people that can start helping you to put that into action, so that if you find that you get challenges along the way, then you can have consultations with your client, you can have consultations with your other service providers, and ensure that you have a good product, a seamless product that you will be able to hand over to your client at the end of the day. Learn to scale up. Learn to scale up. This is very important, because when starting a business, or when you're already in business, we need to understand that there are principles of growth. You don't just wake up and you're running a multi-million-dollar business, or a multi-million-rand business, or a multinational conglomerate. These things come line upon line, precept upon precept. You need to put in the work. What we were talking about earlier, you need to understand how to scale that. You need to understand the level where you are operating, so that when you are striving or working towards the next level, you understand exactly where you are. You see your circumstance, you see the things you are able to do at that specific time. The Bible lets us know not to despise humble beginnings, because that is where things start. That is where things grow. That is where things are established. That is where foundations and work ethics and habits and reputations are built. So if you are in a business and the business is turning over a specific amount every single month, allow the business to grow organically without you fast tracking it too quickly, you know, and making bad financial decisions that will negatively impact the business in the long run. So learn to scale, learn to allow the business to grow organically, learn to give the business an opportunity to grow, because as much as we plant seeds in the ground and we water them and they grow, we can't expedite that process any quicker. My mentor once said to me that it takes 9 months for a child to be born, and that process is there for a reason. You know, that 9 months are there for a reason. And even if a child is born at latest, let's say 7 months, the child is premature, and there's a certain care and there's a certain attention that the child needs to receive medically to ensure that they reach their 9-month full term. Then they can come back to the life that we live and integrate into society at 9 months, to ensure that they are able to interact with people, they're able to get to where they were supposed to get to. So there's a reason why there's that 9-month period. And even in businesses as well, even in everything that we do, there is a reason why the process is there. So allow the process to take its course and allow it to grow organically, so that you don't have to carry it when it's limping. It's self-sustainable and it can do its own thing. Learn to build intelligence for your organization. It is so important for you to learn from your mistakes, especially when you are in this space. You know, when you are in this space where you've just started out, you're a startup, you are learning, you know, you are learning and you are growing. Learn from your mistakes as well as learn from other people's mistakes. And this is why it's important for you to have a mentor or somebody that you are looking up to. It's also very important, and I think we're going to touch this on the subject when we get to talk about mentors and choosing a mentor and your interactions with a mentor, right? When you are looking at a mentor, it's not specifically for you to follow in their footsteps, but it's for you to learn from their mistakes. So look at what they have done that has not worked and what you have done that has not worked, and learn from those things. You know, build intelligence for yourself. Look at organizations and corporations that you aspire to look like, you aspire to be, and see the things that they have done that have worked for them. And once you see that, start learning how you can use those things to make your organization better. It might not be like a glove to glove fit, but it can help you understand. It can help you come up with ideas and brainstorm on how you can improve your business model, and you would be surprised the kind of ideas that you would come up with. You could actually start something that would be a template that is used all over the world, because you just took out a little time to be a little bit more creative in the things that you do and how you run your things, instead of just following a template that somebody else had created. You see, right there, you have an opportunity to meet even more needs. You've got an opportunity to come out and do the best. Huh? Look at me giving you like if you're a real businessman, I'm sure you saw the opportunity I'm talking about there, because right there, there's an opportunity. Build an identity and values for your organization. I can't stress this enough. You know, a lot of people go into businesses wanting to look like other people, and this is a problem. I personally feel this is a problem. There is only so much of a specific brand we can get. You know, you need to come out, and God has given you a vision. He has given you an idea, and the Holy Spirit helps you to execute it. And as He's helping you, listen to Him and do what He's telling you. Execute your idea in the most unique way possible, because there is power in that. You know, there's an importance in that. You know, there's an importance in being unique. You know, and I always advocate for people being them and expressing who and what they are. So always try and make sure that you stick to what you were told. I remember how growing up, my dad always told me that God provides provision for the vision He gives you. So if He gives you a vision, even if it's a business vision, He will give you the provision for it. And this is where everything ties in for us as Christians, that we have that advantage, that we've got somebody who is leading us, we've got somebody who is guiding us, we've got somebody who's like legit holding us by the hand throughout the different journeys that we go through in life. And in this case, your journey would be a business journey, you know. So you bring Him in all the whole time. And I know people are going to be saying, how do you say you bring Him in? You involve God in your affairs, especially in an affair like a business. You know, you involve Him, you make Him part of I would say the decision making. It's like you have a board. It's like you have a board of directors where decisions and strategy is set up and is made. Am I saying that now you are oblivious of everything else? Of course not. You go into this well-researched, you go into any business venture well-vested with knowledge and information about that, but also keeping in mind that you've got an advantage, and that advantage is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit giving you ideas, the Holy Spirit allowing you to come through with things that are fresh, with content that is relevant, and showing you where the things are. And what I mean things, remember that story about Peter? And how he was a professional fisherman, and he had toiled all the night. And when Jesus came, when He came into the boat, He showed him exactly where to go. He showed him exactly where to go. And when Peter went there and cast his net into the sea, that is exactly what happened. He caught fish that he had never caught in his life ever. So that is the advantage that we're talking about. You involve God daily in your daily walk. You involve God in the little things that you do. You know, you speak to Him, you ask for advice from the Holy Spirit, and you ask them, Holy Spirit, what do I do in a situation like this? A lot of times people think about deals, and they think about mergers and acquisitions and all of these huge business talks, and feel like there is no place for the Holy Spirit in that space and in that setting. And I've seen how many people have succeeded in being absolute great businessmen and women, because they involve the Holy Spirit in every single aspect of their lives, including business. So those are just a couple of things that I think that we can use as Christians, as entrepreneurs, to just become a little bit better, to just give us the edge, to just come through and do the things. Because I mean, like, we were ordained, you know, to produce fruit. The Bible lets us know that we will bear fruit in and out of season. So we are the kind of people who come in, do business, and flourish. We have that advantage. We understand who we are, we know what we carry, and we are going to use it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate the support. Do ensure that you hit the like button, and if you are running a business, let me know in the comment section. Let us do a shout out for your businesses on all my social media platforms. Do also ensure that you follow me there at StumiWMJ on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I really love you, and I'll check you guys next week.